Alright, hello. Welcome to the stream. If it's your first time here, welcome. If it's not your first time here, welcome back. We're trying something a little bit different today. Just to take a break from everything else. It's a bit unexpected for today, but we're gonna try Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. Apparently it's inspired by the Ace Attorney franchise, so I thought it'd be quite interesting to try it out. If anyone, I'm not sure of the volume settings right now, because it's really loud on my end with the sound, so we're gonna take a bit while I figure out the sound volume settings for everything, and yeah. Can't really hear anything, so I'm just gonna too loud. I feel like that's a little bit too loud. Okay, but in any case, if anyone has anything, just let me know, and I'll adjust the volume from there. But alright, we're just gonna start a new game with this. Ooh. How many cases are there? 5. Well, we're gonna start with the first one, obviously. Alright, let's go. Be quite interesting. Fields of the battle are filled with suffering and despair. On them are the clash of souls, souls brought to conflict by the corrupt powers that rule over them. Reese Rudolph, a servant. Arcane art. Oh, that's interesting. I was transporting a client in my carriage that evening. We're driving by the McCoy Tavern when we heard a disturbance. I was worried that something was amiss, so I walked into the building to see what the commotion was. There I saw the defendant. She was lit by the blue glow of the dining room lights. She was stabbing the victim with a magical sword. Oh, so I guess in this world there's magic on it.
Objection!
Whoa. That came out of nowhere. It scared me a little bit. Hold on. Tyrion Cuthbert. Wait, I missed it. You supposedly saw her casting magic while doing so. Yes, I could never forget such a grisly sight. That moment was burned into my memory. I see. Well, it's funny that you say that. How so? Because your entire testimony? Oh, I feel like there's another objection coming. It's a complete lie. This is advancing a little bit fast, ain't it?
Objection!
Oh, she looks nice. Arya Stillwind. Prosecutor age 18. Arcane art evocation. Accusing the witness of perjury. Surely you know that such accusations can't be made lightly, Mr. Cuthbert. He's 20. Why are they so young? Seriously, why are they so young? Accusation is far from baseless, Steelwind. Think about the state of the crime scene at the time of the murder. The witness could have seen anything, much less a homicide. He knows something. On this battlefield, there are a few people who carry their ideals of justice within their hearts. But you have to wonder sometimes, are those ideals truly just? Or are they simply lies fed to us by our elders? Damn it. Damn it! Linhart, you fool. Why couldn't you have just listened to me? Ooh, who is this? Rudolph, I acquire your assistance. Yes, sir? By the skilled lord, what did you... You killed him. Wait, so is he covering for him? Alert the town guard. Tell them that you saw his daughter fleeing the scene. I'm sure their neighbors heard them arguing with each other. They'll immediately suspect her. At once, The Cold-Hearted Aristocrat. Episode 1. earlier that day. Oh, so it's kind of like a back and forth. Okay. Defense attorney, age 20. You feel yourself slowly succumbing to unbearable pain, don't we all? You don't think you'll be able to survive this much longer. I really love the art. The arts are really nice. Are you sure you're okay, Cuthbert? She's 46? No way. No way she's 46. That's crazy. No way she's 46. You look like you're Ruby Timora. Ruby Timora. You look really good for someone being 46. Attorney. I'm guessing she's kind of the equivalent of a mentor from the Ace Attorney games. Don't worry about me, Miss Timora. I'm fine. You've been riding in this carriage for days. You're definitely not fine. With each bump in the road, you feel yourself becoming more and more nauseous. It's taking every ounce of willpower just to hold down your lunch. Yeah. Perfectly fine. If you say so. Oh. You feel the carriage driver will large bump in the road. Ugh. I know how that feels. I get motion sickness too. That stew you ate for lunch doesn't taste nearly as good as the second time. On second thought, I'm pretty sure he threw up. You take a deep breath of fresh air. It's the first breath you've taken today that hasn't threatened to come back out. Oh, I hope she doesn't end up like, oh no. I mean, I don't want to spoil, but if you have seen the or have you played the Ace Attorney games, you would know that his mentor, spoiler alert, gets murdered. And so I hope it doesn't follow in that way. I knew it, she's the mentor. Flintheart McCoy. Supposedly he's been a voice of dissidence against King Olivier for the last few decades. You have no idea what kind of business Miss Timora would have with him, but you know better than to ask questions about her affairs. Just the NPC, I guess. Hello travelers, welcome to Cornhaven. There's a white smile. I don't think that's a white smile on his face. Would a pair of dignified individuals such as yourself care for a refreshing drink? Those clothes, they must be from the city. Oh, so is it something that I could see their inner thoughts or something? His thoughts seem very analytical. Analytical? Yeah, I need to learn how to pronounce things properly. I don't need a drink. Miss Tamara glances at you and your stomach rumbles in agreement. Ah, of course. I have just the thing for an upset stomach. With a carriage like that, I bet I could feast them for a lot. Through your eye of a horse. Oh. So I guess similar to the Ace Attorney, you can kind of have a special power. Amateur's expression doesn't betray a hint of what he's truly thinking. You wonder if his false smile could get him bigger. At this rate, he might dislocate his jaw. 2 flasks of apple juice for 50 silver pieces? No way. 50? Ah, dude, you're ripping me off. This is organic fresh-made apple juice. You're ripping me off. There you go. You spotted an empty bottle of store-bought apple juice. Tyrion will make mental notes of the notable clues. These notes are instrumental. Huh. Price wouldn't matter. Of course not. Oh. This is where you kind of like present. You start an argument with another character. During an argument, your opponent will make claims that you need to respond to. Responding correctly will lower your opponent's confidence. Oh. Or if you respond incorrectly, it will lower your confidence. And once you run out of confidence, you'll lose the argument. Ugh. If it's me in real life, I wouldn't have any confidence to begin with. See, this apple juice is organic, but where is it made? Produced by the hardworking people of this town. I only trade organic products. You present a piece of evidence to refute that claim. Okay, so present. Oh. You know, a lot of times in the game, I always lose on the, I guess, the argument counterpart of Ace Attorney. Why would you have something like that if you only do without getting products? Ooh, how did that get there? Make no mistake, I only have that because I wanted to see how my products compared to that of the city. And let me tell you that mass-produced slop doesn't even compare to my product. What an obvious lie. This juice is worth far more than what I'm offering. Honestly, I'm offering a very good deal. Interpreting during arguments, certain claims you need to look at your opponent's thoughts and emotions, choose the correct response depending on the information seen. Logic. Choose this option if your opponent's thoughts contradict something in your notes. Intuition if your opponent's thought contradicts their claim. Empathy. Oh, this is getting a bit tricky. Choose this option if your opponent's emotions contradict the claim. Huh. So, which is it? Use this against claim that contradict display emotion. Sell this stuff off. This. Aha. It's obvious those flasks are only worth 5 sips. No, I guess it's like silver piece. It's clear you're a very shrewd man, right? Argument 1. Well, if every argument was won that easily. Ha, another NPC. Spot a child watching you from afar. Hey, that's a steal. I'm giving him 20 for 3 when he sells 1 for 5. What kind of a lawyer am I? The kingdom of Wyvengard, established around 2,000 years ago by the 7 High Archmages. Oh, this is set in kind of a fantasy land. King Olivier de Wyvengard and the mages of his nobility will tell you that our marvelous kingdom is a land of prosperity and happiness. Shared wealth and succor provided by the kingdom's magic. That's never true. I haven't had anything like this in years. Yeah, I knew it. Good intuition. Another kind of eye. Wait, so I don't have any arcane art. That's not an arcane art. Eye of Horus. You should take every opportunity to hone it. Try to be more subtle. If I can see through you, others will be able to as well. Haggling. Supposedly the McCoy Tavern should be north of here. Tavern looks more like a farmhouse. Dissidents? Flintheart just uses it to host his rallies. Ooh. Rough man. He's not an NPC, he has a face. He's eyeing you, Miss Tamora, a clear look of contempt on his face. You're Flintheart McCoy. Ah, I am. What of it? Occupation unemployed. Ruby Tamora wanted to speak with you. He's 52. While this land of magic, people are looking pretty good for their age. The Ruby Timora, any animosity he initially had immediately vanishes. He lets out a laugh. It's as if he were meeting an old friend. Why didn't you say so? Come on in. We didn't expect someone like him to know Miss Timora. But I suppose it makes sense. They both fight against the same enemy, albeit in different ways. Sorry about the mess. We haven't exactly been... Well, anyways, what brings you here? I take it you didn't journey all this way to see my wrecked tavern. I'm here on behalf of a client. We have a proposition that you might be interested in. Is there any way we could talk more privately? The kitchen? Wonderful. Don't you need my help? There's no need for that. tell there's no need for that. If she's trying to make a deal with Flintheart, you can easily read his thoughts to help her. She shoots you a stern look that causes you to freeze up. Yeah, that look will make you back off. You spend some time waiting alone in the tavern's dining area. Is this where they kind of get me to, I guess, explore or investigate? You can hear faint murmurs from behind the closed doors. You've been resisting the urge to eavesdrop. Yep, looks like they're gonna be a while. A chess set. They're not gonna make me play chess, right? 7 out of 10 times. Girl dressed in red. You're thinking out loud, so why am I performing so much better when playing as black? Hello? Am I becoming overconfident as white because there's the first move advantage? Suboptimal manner. If a personal quirk is making me play illogically, then I need to correct it. Whoa. It's about time you noticed me. I've been trying to get your attention for a while now. Do you know where my dad is? He's your dad? Flintheart McCoy. Celeste. She's a mercenary. 19. Transmutation is her arcane art. Celeste McCoy. Not gonna lie, the art is beautiful. Yeah, the Flintheart is speaking with my... Wait, she's your mother? Wait. Whoa. Wait, she's not his mother, is it? Do you know when they'll be done? I don't know, they've been speaking in the kitchen for a while. Chess. This is chess, right? Are you playing against someone? I'm playing against myself. Well, actually they're not that far apart in age. I love the facial expressions that they have though. Playing alone helps me develop new strategies. Plenty of professionals do it. Hey, I'm not the type to shame a man for playing with himself. What a way to phrase it. Relax, I'm just joking. Anyways, if you're still waiting for your mentor, do you want to play a game? You know how to play? She's read about it. A part of you regrets accepting her challenge, but it would be impolite to back up now. I feel like she's faking it. Wait, what? Already? You decide against telling her what the name of that mate was. Sure, why not? It's not as if you have anything better to do. Okay, hang on. I need to adjust this. Is this better? Yeah. Okay, Celeste's brow furrows as she tries to decide her next move. The game's already finished. You should have stopped your assault on the king, but checkmate. A scholar's mate this time. Oh gosh, doesn't sound like they'll be done anytime soon. And again. She's quickly improving each game. The way she's playing now, she could even defeat a nationally ranked noble? Huh. I've been playing this game for a lot longer than she has. It's like you're reading my mind, as if you even need to. What an insult. Hello, Cuthbert. Miss Timora emerges from the kitchen with Flintheart. They both look mentally exhausted. Looks like negotiations didn't go well. He quickly hides it behind a smile. Some kind of game? Don't feel too bad about losing to him. He's nationally ranked. I'm actually a defense attorney. So I really respect what you're doing, but I don't want anything to do with your mage friends. Aww. You wonder what he meant by that. Was Miss Tamara trying to introduce him to one of our clients? littered with bandits and brigands. You wouldn't want to run into them this late. If it's not too much trouble, we'll stay here till tomorrow. Haven't shut down, but we still have some sheets and blankets. That's nice of them. Negotiations didn't go well. No, I didn't expect him to be so stubborn. Honestly, I have no idea what that man has against mages. There is one way to find out. Why are you being so secretive? If your business with Flintheart is related to our clients, I can help. That was such an obvious lie, but you can't read a single thought from her mind. She had years of practice hiding her thoughts from the eye of Horus. She seems to have noticed the tension between you and Miss Tamora. Sorry to interrupt, but your rooms are ready now. Right, thank you. Awkward silence hangs in the air as you and Miss Tamora head upstairs. You see the two rooms that Celeste prepared for you. You were playing chess with Flintheart's daughter earlier. Was she any good? She got a lot better as we kept playing. I'm sorry for leaving you there for so long. I didn't expect our discussion to last that long. It's fine. Despite everything, I enjoy playing against her. I see. Well, I suppose you are at that age. No, it's not like that. It's just that outside of tournaments, I never really get to play against another player. And you only ever want to play shogi against me. Shogi is clearly superior. Complete anarchy is what it is. You just bring fallen pieces back to life like some kind of necromancer. It adds depth. Dropping adds a dimension of play that isn't present in chess. Well, something's brought my work that I just can't tell you about yet. One day I'll tell you everything. Ooh, secretive. Now I'm curious. Just want to show you I'm ready to be an attorney. You are, I know you are. The rare praise from your mentor catches you off guard. Anyways, get some rest. You should mentally prepare yourself for the journey tomorrow. Ah dear, the carriage ride back. Back to the city. You feel something invasive. You feel yourself being pulled elsewhere. You find yourself in a surreal and unsettling landscape. Is this like a premonition of some sort? You're fairly certain that you're dreaming right now, but some instinct in the back of your mind tells you that something is fundamentally wrong about this. Ooh. Not scary at all. You see a woman in the far distance, she's staring directly at you. Oh, yeah, that gives me the creeps. What presence? She's murmuring something, but you can't quite make it out. Is she trying to say something to you? Finally found. Ooh. Yo, okay, that creeped me out a little. You're jolted wide awake. You can't exactly remember what that woman said to you, but whatever her words were, they sent a piercing chill down your spine. Yeah, of course. Your breath is heavy and your heart is beating at 100 miles per hour. Well, not just in the game, in real life too. Calm down, it was just a dream. At least that's what you try to tell yourself. Please, just let me explain. You hear the voices of Celeste and Flintheart ringing down from downstairs. What could they be possibly arguing about at this hour? Oh. What was that all about? It's none of your business. You only met those two today. It'd probably be best not to get involved in their affairs. Brief image of Celeste's smile appears in your mind. Ah, I'm gonna get involved in this, aren't I? The hallway's nearly pitch black. Oh. Sorry, I just heard. He's both sad and surprised. I assume that's a surprised emotion. You awkwardly shimmy past Flintheart to head down the stairs. Why'd you gotta shimmy? Tavern's entrance. Ooh, the NPC. This isn't a city, you can't just make a bunch of noise like this. Right, sorry. I was just looking for Celeste. Who? She's Flint Hart's daughter. Do you know them? A mage? Whoa, don't tell me his daughter is a mage. If I hear any more noise, I'm going to call the town guard. Ooh, this is getting interesting. Can't believe I said those things to her. She'll never forgive me for this. So your temper is as short as ever. Ooh, the mysterious figure. Wait, so it is Flint Hart, the person who got murdered? Looks so... He's gonna cast a spell! What are you doing here? How dare you bring that witchcraft into my home? You've been busy lately. Your little rallies have gained quite a lot of support. Too much support for my family's liking. He's the royal family? And what, you came all this way to convince me to stop? You have my word. If you stop spreading dissidents, no harm will come to you or your family. Your word is as good as the dirt you lick off King Olivier's boots. Maybe he's one of the guards of the king. As if I'd ever trust the word of a murderer like you. Flint Hart, please. As someone you once called a friend, I'm only gonna ask you one time. Friend? Friend? I'll be dead in the ground before I ever call the likes of you a friend. Get out of my house. I don't have time for your nonsense. Ooh. Unfortunately, I don't think you have much time for anything. No. Damn it. Damn it! Flint Hart, you fool. No, wait. So, where did the sword come out from? Why couldn't you have just listened to me? Rudolph, I require your assistance. That's what happened. And they're gonna pin it on the daughter? That's really bad. And then so I have to defend the daughter. I've been searching for Celeste for a while. 2 hours? You hear a faint voice. Celeste. Oh dear. Her eyes are puffy and red, but she's doing her best to hide it with a smile. I'm guessing we woke you up? Yeah. Is everything okay? She has the two seem... This is clearly not common. You suppose that is none of your business? You decided not to pry further. I think I'm going to stay out a bit longer. You know that you should mind your own business, but... It doesn't happen a lot, but sometimes Miss Tamara and I get into fights too. But no matter what happens, we were always able to talk through it. Aw, damn. You're right, let's go back. Shit. They're gonna stumble onto that. Several carriages and knights clad in plate armor. The Inquisition? The Arcane Inquisition. They're an order of knights that investigate crimes committed using magic. Ooh. You and Celeste share a glance and come to the same realization. No. She reaches the tavern before you, and before anyone can stop her, she takes a look inside the inn. Whatever she saw makes her cry out in anguish. Oh, that's very different. For, the detective of sorts. Orem White. He's 64? Wait, then Miss Tamara is what, 54? No way this makes sense. Surprisingly, she's able to break free from his grip and tries to push further into the tavern. In between the three knights, it's taking all of their strength to subdue her. Wait, I didn't catch her name. I mean her age. I should have known that he was one of yours. Just stay out of our way. She's 46. He's 56. I have such a short-term memory, but no way. I'm surprised myself, but from what I understand, Flintheart McCoy has been murdered. Yes. We'll save this here. Alright, let's continue. Celeste was the prime suspect in Flintheart's murder. Due to the supposed nature of the crime, her case will be pushed to trial immediately. So why Celeste their prime suspect? That's what I thought. That's what I suspect. She be a mage. That's why he doesn't want her to be like a mage. I'm guessing her mom was a mage. It's usually stories like that. She has a right to speak to an attorney. We can't let you see her until she's been processed. Do you know if she can even afford a lawyer? Of course, you can't just stand and do nothing. There's no way she would murder her father like that. I was saving this for a special occasion. Magical runestone allows you to take pictures of crime scenes and write notes telepathically. Each attorney has one, it's almost like a badge for them. This is convenient. This is really convenient. Taking pictures of crime scenes and write notes telepathically. That's very convenient. It's a very convenient thing to have. Gonna need one. I'm beginning to tear up. Badge of honor. So this is your attorney's badge in a way. If you try to defend her, the Inquisition isn't going to fight you fairly. The court system only exists to create the illusion of justice. They do everything in their power to sabotage you. You're that knight from the tavern. It's Commander Orm White. To you, kid. He has Phoenix Wright's hair. Like, just missing this and the beard. Anyway, I have a feeling tomorrow I will be sniffing around this case, but I didn't expect her to send a kid to do her dirty work. And she's got a right to an attorney, doesn't she? Oh, well, she hasn't been processed. The hell kind of bullshit are you trying to pull? So he's one of the good guys, then? He's just doing his job as a good detective. Or knight. Ooh. Negative emotions of the prisoners nearby. It's heavy and almost crushing. You've always had to avoid crowded places because of how sensitive you are to people's thoughts. You've never felt this much concentrated despair before. That's good. She immediately gets up as soon as she sees you. What are you doing here? Miss Tamora told me what happened to your father. Oh, oopsies. Press something on it. There we go. I just don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Why would someone do this? It's clear that there were elements of magic involved in what happened. I can only conclude one thing. You're a mage. Do you have noble blood? Of course not. Why would you say that? Hereditary. I'm the daughter of Jolene and Flintheart McCoy. That's all I need to know. Anyways, you were probably arrested because you're a mage. You were the only mage around at the time. I only know how to cast one spell? You're going to be brought before a judge within the hour. Wow, they didn't even tell her? They're part of the kingdom. I I feel like she's gonna become the assistant later on. It's kind of like how you protected Maya, or Phoenix protected Maya from the suspicion of killing her sister? Was that the right case? Am I remembering it right? Oof, maybe yeah, but this kind of gives me the vibe that she's gonna be the assistant after you prove her innocent. You were confident before, but you begin to doubt whether you're not. You can actually do this. Alright. Guess we're moving to trial. The character design reminds me of One Punch Man. Of the cyborg. Mostly due to the hair and the eyes, but yeah. Miss Tomora's assistant, Arya Stillwind. Wow, do they have really young prosecutors and defense attorneys? Why is she staring you down? Is she trying to intimidate you? Because it's working! He's a judge. He's 80. Okay, he looks his age. Well, he kind of looks 60. That's what I think 60 will look like. Regardless, let's begin. Mercenary for hire and a registered mage. Mercenary? Right. Second degree murder and negligent misuse of the arcane art. The local inn that shut down. The locals reported hearing loud commotion coming from within the building. Oh, hours later, a carriage driver checked the disturbance and then he found the victim. The defendant's sword still impaling his dead body. Autopsy report. Died after being stabbed from behind with a magical blade. Fatal wounds show heavy traces of transmutation magic. It's ornately designed sword but has no magical properties. The defendant is the victim's daughter, but not by blood. She was adopted into the family when she was an infant. That's why. Commander Ormwhite. Could you please testify about the details of the Inquisition's investigation? That's a mouthful. Here we go. Testimony. Got called late at night. Someone discovered a dead body inside the McCoy Tavern. When we arrived on the scene, we found Flintheart McCoy dead on the floor. The defendant's sword was still inside of him. If several witnesses who heard the victim and defendant in a loud argument before the body was discovered, their argument must have turned ugly because the defendant killed the victim using her magic sword. I think I can see where what do you call that? Your cross? Ah yeah, your cross examination. This is the part where you say something. Your anxiety is getting worse and your breath are becoming more and more desperate. What a disappointment. I was hoping to fight against the infamous Ruby Tamora today, but it's clear you can't even hold a candle to her. Why do you have a cane? Your Honor, it's clear that the defense has nothing to say against the prosecution's overwhelming evidence. What kind of evidence is the testimony? Sorry, Tyrion, I couldn't acquit Frey. She was found guilty. Oh, this is a flashback to something else. Shakes you out of panic. You need to calm down. Yeah, she's definitely becoming the assistant here. You know what to do, right? Just do the same way you play chess. No matter how close I got to beating you, you always knew how to stay calm and win. Channel that feeling and look at the pieces. Alright. who came out of his mouth. Each of those is a possible weakness that you can attack. Every bleak moment can be turned around, just need to consider every angle. Alright, here we go. Pretty sure it's something about the sword. I think that was quite clear cut. Find a statement that contradicts a clue, a spell, or profile in your notes. Once you identify the false statement, click the present button. Okay. Present.
Objection!
There we are. Defendant's magical sword. The defendant's sword couldn't have possibly been a murder weapon. Of course. Heavy traces of magic. How would a non-magical sword leave traces of magic on the body? The wound would have had to have been created with something magical. My client's sword may look fancy and expensive, but it's entirely mundane. That doesn't make a lick of sense. If the sword didn't kill him, then why was it in the body? There's only one reasonable explanation, Your Honor. The wound was created magically. And someone shoved the sword into the wound afterwards. The hell are you talking about? The defendant is a damn mage. Should have easily killed the victim using magic. That may be, Commander, but why would she kill the victim using magic and then stab him with her sword? She would just be incriminating herself. If anything, this series of events prove one thing. Someone used magic to kill the victim, and then they pushed my client's sword into the wound to frame her.
Objection!
Oh. Don't get ahead of yourself. What? The defense is trying to spin the facts in his favor. He claims that a third party committed the crime and used the sword to frame the defendant. But wouldn't the simpler explanation be this? Magic was being channeled through the sword. That is what left the magical trace on the body. I see where you're going with this. Another testimony then. It's true that the sword itself isn't magical, but magic can still be channeled through it. That defendant over there, her spell compendium has a spell called Mage Blade. She must have used it on her sword before stabbing the victim. That spell is the reason why there were traces of transmutation magic on the wound. Spell compendium contains a spell called Mage Blade. A spell compendium is a magical device that lists every spell a mage can cast. Luckily, Celeste's compendium only contains one spell. That means she can only cast that one spell. Interesting. But what spell is it? Yeah. I left it at the tavern. If you can't look at the description for Mage Blade, you have to approach this another way. The commander's testimony was a lot vaguer this time. If you can press his statements, you might be able to find new information that you can use against him. Alright, guess we'll be pressing every statement then. Let's do this. Pressing the right statement can make the witness add a statement to the testimony. Press. Spells from the School of Transmutation are always channeled through an object. Mage Blade. I usually use it when I need to cut through an enemy's plate armor. You didn't realize that she led such a lethal lifestyle. He wasn't wearing any kind of armor at the time of death. Perhaps she used the spell in a fit of rage. It was a crime of passion. Ugh, the theory is a little far-fetched, you think? Yeah. Why would you go to the trouble of doing that? There's no rhyme or reason to it. Nah. The fact of the matter is, magic was present at the crime scene. Do you have evidence of the contrary? You don't yet. If she used a spell like that, wouldn't that have created traces of magic on the ground? How so? At this point, Mage Blade would still be active. It would definitely leave a magical trace on the ground after making physical contact with it. If you still don't believe me, I have a picture of the crime scene right here. I've seen pictures of the dead, but it feels different now that the bodies are someone you know. Hang on. Looks like traces of magic on the ground, but the shape is a little weird. Hold on. I know that. I see it. It's the last statement. Stabbed from the front. He was stabbed from behind.
Objection!
I'm doing pretty good so far as a defense attorney. Another glaring contradiction. You said that my client stabbed the victim from the front. The autopsy report say that he died from a stab from behind.
Objection!
There we are. You wouldn't be able to cover up such blatant incompetence. Order in the court. Mr. Cuthbert, what is the meaning of this? I'll tell you what the meaning behind this is, Your Honor. As the autopsy report states, the victim died from a stab wound originating from his back. But this photo clearly shows that the sword entered from his front. This can only mean one thing. The sword was inserted into the wound after the fatal wound had already been created. Then please enlighten me, Commander White. How else would the sword be facing the opposite way? Do you think my client stabbed the victim with the hilt of her sword? I didn't think so. What really happened is clear. The real murderer stuck the sword through the victim's wound to implicate my client. But they made a careless mistake and stuck the sword through the opposite side.
Objection!
Girl, what else do you have? It appears that I underestimated you. Yeah, I did. What question? If your client didn't kill Flynn Hart McCoy, then who did? That's not my job. If I'm not mistaken, it's the commander's job to figure that out. There's magic detected on the wound and the sword. Uh-oh. Just one. You can't do that. That is like by proxy of estimation that the closest person is your suspect. It's logical, but that cannot be true. Right? It's like saying that if I live next door to a teacher, statistically she becomes like the chances of her being my own teacher is higher, but that's not true. She was the last known person with him and she was the only mage there. In addition, I have several witnesses who heard them arguing. That's true. How she murdered the victim is the unanswered question. No, you're supposed to prove guilt. I'm not supposed to prove that she's innocent. Right? Anyway. Investigation! Yeah, we're heading to investigation time. You recall how you froze up during your first cross-eyes? Oh. Well, at the end of the day, you were able to pull it together. Once you did that, you performed. Her spell compendium. For the duration of this spell, the edges of this object becomes unnaturally sharp, making it more effective at slashing through tough material. While under the effects of the spell, the object emits a yellow radiant glow. The target object must be no larger than a 5 feet cube. How big is 5 feet? I thought it'd be best for you to have it, so this is your spell compendium. We restrict how they approach this case, which gives you an edge over them. Oof. You didn't even know it, but this was also her first child. Ooh. Makes me wonder why Tyrion chose to become an attorney in the first place. They're one of the few who answered directly. Wow. Most members of their house take high-ranking positions in the kingdom's military. She chose to become a prosecutor despite that. Give about a day until the court resumes. Oh, you're bringing up some bad memories here. Yeah, I guess you have to go back to the jail to question her. You know what argument Flynn had may have struck a nerve. There's still a lot of things we don't know about. As much as I hate to admit it, your skills of deduction far surpass mine. Would you like to save? Yes. Next port. It's definitely miles better than having to travel by carriage. Defense attorney. Really? Is the defense attorney supposed to investigate? I thought like they usually have an investigation, talk, questions. That witch probably sent you here to con me. Well, he probably has some information. If you want his help, you need to persuade him through an argument. Ooh. I'll have to prepare an argument. Alright, so I guess I'll examine it. Oh. There's a magical lamp here. I wonder why they're not using those. Lotus juice. Must be foreign. Lotus juice. That's an interesting thing. Oh. Artificery is just another form of magic. Actually, artificery draws from surrounding the lines to... Okay, you gotta chill, Mr. White. Is there anything else? Ooh. Painting of a man in a suit, there's some text on it. Adam Eve Lee, politician of the pedantic. Hmm. Who's this? A painting of a mage and there's some text on it. Umala Daglin, a legendary practitioner of the arcane arts, has mysteriously disappeared one day. He's developing a formula for a new transmutation spell. However, he was reckless in casting the spell and Daglin quickly lost control of its magic. His body was never found. Many speculate he didn't actually die during the accident, but if that's true, where did he end up? Maybe he turned into something else. One of those isekai stuff. Hmm. Is there anything else? Can I not move? Psychological profile. It's all done. Doesn't seem like there's anything else. Move. Upstairs. There we are. If people keep seeing you here, they're gonna start asking questions. It's him. The murderer. This is my land? Who's he? Garrick Pierce, nobleman, age 38. He has the transmutation spell too. Then why not point him out? That anyone who has transmutation art is a suspect. As a ruling noble, I suppose I should thank you for playing your role in the current trial, as misguided as it may be. This entire scandal has done nothing but rile up the common folk. Magic is a gift for the nobility and the nobility alone. Why if she's the queen? That bastard child? Maybe she's part of nobility, you know? Like, she's one of those people that is a lost child, but then is then actually part of like the whatchamacallit, like the royal family, like princess or whatever. I'm speculating here. Lest the public accuse the justice system of being corrupt. It is. So you're saying that she should be found guilty even if she's innocent? That's the whole thing of being corrupt. No, that means that she's innocent, Mr. Garrick Pierce. Oh, is this another one of those Phoenix Wright and who's the other dude, the prosecutor? Miles Edgeworth. Now they work together to find truth and justice in the system. The evidence clearly points to her as the only possible killer. It is hard. In the hallway... Oh. I feel like there's nothing much I can see here. I will probably have to go into an argument with him. Talk. The Inquisition. I'm genuinely... Why are you so sensitive? Even if they're untouchable, they don't make a habit of getting in trouble with the law. The only reason we exist is to clean up the nobility's messes. He's not happy with the nobles either. Oh, so I get to know him a little better? There's no grudge against mages, you're damn right I do. You even try to deny it. And if it had any sense, you would too. All a mage has to do is wave their heads and say some magic nonsense, and then suddenly you have a dead body on the ground. Mage Blight? Some noble uses the magic too much, they end up snapping and going on a rampage. Oof. That's my job to sweep the nobility's crime under the rug. Anytime a noble is involved in a case, I'm ordered to look the other way. Because every once in a while, I'm allowed to put a criminal mage behind bars. That's not really fair system, is it? Any other mage is fair game, or at least they were before your boss showed up. I knew it, he has a grudge against Miss Tomorrow, that's why. Her lackey or something? She's my guardian. I don't know what the deal is between you two, but no good would ever come from associating with her. What rumors? Forgery, blackmail, and all manner of illegal activities. But you can't help but get angry on her behalf. She defends mages who don't have the protection of the nobility. Whatever. Maybe convince him to help you. Yes! I don't know what else to do. Let's do this. Or argue with him. That's so weird saying that. Alright. You should know exactly what my problem is with you. I saw who you work for. Ruby Tomorrow is a crooked lawyer. Arguments are not always fought using hard evidence. Ain't that all arguments? Sometimes you need to allocute to convince your opponent that the claim is wrong. When prompted from allocution, choose one of the 3 possible reasons or responses. The correct response can be gleaned from reading your opponent's psychological profile. Doesn't matter how you feel about me or Miss Tomorrow, what matters is that my client is a fair trial. Commander White is stubborn and stuck in his ways. He seems to have a grudge against Ruby Tomorrow and will react negatively if you try to defend her. However, he will respect you if you defend yourself against personal attack. Yes. Regardless of what Miss Tomorrow has done, I'm the one leading the case. They have nothing to do with me. Still doesn't change the fact that you work for her. Forgery, bribery, blackmail. You're just another crook. Ah, dear. Okay. This. Ooh, big hit. I like nothing more than to believe you, but after everything I've seen her do, I know better. I have no reason to trust you. Anyone taught by that woman can be anything more than a crook. Nothing that I've done has given you any suspect. The only thing that she taught me was how to practice law. Have you seen me engage in any crook-like behavior? I want an argument against the old man. Murder weapon. Found another bloody weapon? We definitely didn't. Yeah, of course, that'd be too convenient. So another murder weapon followed. The killer probably walked out with it. After the trial, Steven turned the place upside down and scanned it with her magic. Or they hid it in plain sight. Shut it with that. I already got an earful from Steven about this. Dude, what's that detective's name? From Ace Attorney? Gumshoe? Gumshoe! Gumshoe? Yeah, but he's like that. It's like... It looks like that kind of a relationship between him and Stillwin. Right, strange power dynamic. Sweats the details too much. Skilled man of the crime scene. Moist. Pain in my ass. Tell me how to do my job. Honestly, I have no idea what she's even doing in this line of work. Powerful is an understatement. The students who came before her could turn this entire town into a glass crater. Wow. There's no obvious evidence of another person at the scene. Focus. Close your eyes and let everything else disappear from the world. So there's no clear evidence pointing to another killer. There is, however, evidence pointing to how Flintheart moved before his death. What can we tell about how Flintheart died? There's no blood trail leading to or from the body. What does this imply about the location of Flintheart's death? The killer didn't move. Flintheart didn't move after the murder. Oh. Flintheart died where he was attacked. He didn't move from his position at all. Too incapacitated to move anywhere else. This means that the attack happened at the exact position he fell over. Okay. How? I doubt it means anything, but the shattered bottle was right next to the body. The killer threw... We found the shattered bottle right next to his body. Ah, Flintheart dropped the bottle during the attack. From that we can infer that he was holding it the moment before he was attacked. Yeah, I'm not doing so well with this one. What's so strange about one bottle? Alright, there's also the fact that the artificial lights were out. Were these candles here when you arrived at the crime scene? With the lights on so we could see. What can we infer? So they didn't light any candles to make up for the broken lights. The crime scene had no lighting during the murder. The argument that Celeste had with Flintheart must have been spontaneous. They weren't planning to have a conversation in this room. If he was stabbed from behind, probably didn't see it coming. He was clearly surprised and was probably in too much shock to run away. He was holding it when he was attacked. Maybe he was pouring a drink for himself, or maybe it was for a visitor. The assailant must have been unseen by Flintheart, or the assailant attacked him from his blind spot while his back was turned. What? Yeah, we'll cut it out. You're freaking me out. Right. Anyways, you think you found everything you can here. You should move somewhere else. Inquisition Barracks. Ambient despair in the air fills your mind like a horrendous stench. You do your best to ignore the emotions of the other prisoners, but you haven't had much practice blocking out this many people. Oh, poor Celeste. There's no need to address me so formally, just call me Tyrion. Tyrion? Talk. The trial. Oh, excuse me, I kind of burped. If she hadn't calmed you down, who knows what would have happened, yeah. I still don't understand, why were there traces of magic on my dad's body? Left behind when a mage casts a spell. I guess in this part of the story is when you are, I guess, you know who the murderer is, but you just have to prove it. I'm guessing that further down the episodes, you probably have one where you do not know who the murderer is, and you just kind of have to figure it out as you go. But I mean, it makes sense, this is episode 1, after all. Then you linger around 48 hours and that gives you a rough timeline of when and where a spell is cast. I usually cast it when I train in the morning. Did the trace on my sword leave the magical trace on my dad's body? Magical traces can't be moved around physically. For a spell to leave a trace, it has to be active when the physical contact is made. Whoever killed your father had a transmutation spell active on it at the time. The magical trace on your sword was just an unlucky coincidence. Ugh. If it helps, I'll try my best to answer your questions. Sure you know this by now, but I was adopted by him and my mom. He treated me as if I did, who loved me off his heart until... the argument. Not sure why, but if you even mention magic around him, he'll fly into a rage. So I hid my magic from my family. But why even learn magic in the first place? become a mercenary and use magic to enhance my ability to fight. Most mages are in the nobility, so people will pay a lot for a sellsword can use magic. That's why she's a mercenary. But I know now learning magic was the biggest mistake I've ever made. On that night, my dad found my spell compendium. I see. I knew how much he hated magic, but I learned to use it anyways. I'm sure he didn't. Locked room in the tavern. That's my room. She's suspecting you for wanting to enter a girl's bedroom. Alright, I guess we're finished with all the conversations. We're moving to Celeste's bedroom. Oh, who is this? I already told you knights everything I know. One more do you? Celeste's attorney? Jolene McCoy. She's the mother? I thought the mom died. Okay, that was my assumption. She might be able to tell you more about Flynn Hart. Can you tell me why your husband hated mages so much? Yeah, he was furious at Celeste specifically because she was a mage. Flynn Hart had a sister named Effie. We're friends with a boy named Garrick Pierce. Always sneak to town to play with us against his family's wishes. I guess. I think changed when Garrick began learning how to use magic. So not use magic instructor. No. Damn. That's why. Even threatened Flynn's Hart's family into keeping quiet. Oh man, that sucks. Began speaking out against the nobility, eventually started hosting rallies in this very tavern. Each night more and more people began listening to his words and joining his cause. The number of people he had gotten under his banner was terrifying. There was even talk of an outright revolution against the kingdom. Couldn't convince him to stop. His attitude didn't begin to change until we adopted Celeste. How did she become a part of your family? The closing one night when we found a baby with white hair, abandoned in the dining area. The baby was Celeste? Flynn and I always wanted a child. I thought that Celeste must have been a gift from the Scaled Lord. I think that's when I realized that someone from the nobility must have abandoned her at our inn. You knew that she was a mage? She's a terrible liar. I think he didn't want to believe it. She thinks her father hated her because she was a mage. He loved her more than anything in the world. Nothing would ever change. They must have been really close. Celeste had just returned from her travel. She wouldn't stop talking about this foreign drink that she loved. I think it was called Lotus Juice or something strange like that. He got in a bunch of favors with some of his revolutionary friends. He was only to get a single bottle. Nah. It is. He was going to surprise her with it. I found him in the dining area. That's a clue. right before I left the house that night. It was right before the big argument, so it wasn't just laying around in the bar. He decided to retrieve it after the argument. With Celeste? Oh, one last thing I wanted to talk to you about. Earlier you said something that I just can't let go. I don't think that's true. Your father loved you, Celeste, even in his final moments. Here we go. Yes, start the argument. Well, I wish you had choice like that in real life. Do you want to start the argument? Start. Everyone knows that my father hated mages. He always hated magic. There's no reason behind it. Which was it? After I was a child, he had a younger sister who was tragically killed by a mage. Wait, hang on. What was the thing again? It was selfish of me to learn magic. You didn't learn magic to benefit yourself. There you go. You're a good person, Celeste, and you did everything you could to help your family. Oh no. In his final moments, he could only think of how I betrayed him. Now we need this. That's lotus juice. That can't be true. Try to find it here, but no one sells it in Wyvern Guard. Your father didn't hate you, Celeste. He loved you more than anything. No. This music's really good. This is a pretty good soundtrack, though. There's no way he would ever forgive me. It was where the bottle was when he shattered. He went to retrieve the bottle after your argument ended. He was going to give you a gift to apologize for what he said. He cared for her. This is really sad. What happened to Nova's wreck from before? Please forget about that. Alright, I guess we're heading to trial day number 2. There's no possible way that I could have done the deed. It has to be the bastard child. Wait, what's going on? We don't know what sort of tricks Ruby turn around might pull tomorrow. Just see these as ways of securing a verdict. Wait, so are they faking a testimony? That's not... what's that? Perjury, that's perjury. I watch crime shows. I know what goes on in a courtroom. Not hard to not know that, those words, I guess. There aren't a lot of clues that point to what actually happened. Yeah, damn right, sure. That's not a good way to go about a trial. You can rely solely on pointing out the contradictions in the witnesses' testimonies. Being reactive to the prosecution's move is a valid strategy. Honestly, I think it was a miracle that you got the commander to cooperate with you at all. Commander White appears to... yeah, he does. Did something happen between you and Commander White? Would it be that they dated and she turned him down? I wouldn't be surprised though. Alright, let's go. Alright, court is resuming. Let us review the proceedings from yesterday. Yesterday's trial found an inconsistency between the crime scene photo and autopsy report. The third party must have interfered with the crime scene to frame the defendant. Oh. This witness was within the gallery of the trial yesterday. This is a little bit suspicious. Alright, let's hear from this witness. The butler. It's always the butler. Oh. Servant? I thought it was a butler. Reese Reginald Rudolph. I'm a chauffeur of the equine variety. To your carriage driver. Haha, I knew it. He's a carriage driver. Ugh. He rides with incredible speed. His pen only touches the paper for maybe a second before he's filled an entire page. Certain compulsion to keep a record of every event that he witnesses. So the crime as it was being committed. So no need. I'm pretty sure his testimony is false. Well, we already know who the murderer is, but we just have to prove it this time. Leverage eyewitness testimony. Gonna poke holes in your testimony, Mr. Reese Reginald Rudolph. Okay, we're driving by the McCoy Tavern when we heard disturbance. This occurred at 1:28. Worried that something was amiss, I walked into the establishment to see what the commotion was about. There I saw the defendant. She was lit by the blue glow of the dining room lights. Here we are. She had stabbed Flintheart McCoy and was channeling magic into her sword. She moved her sword from Flintheart's chest and he slowly turned to face her. And she stabbed him again in the front. She soon realized that I witnessed her heinous crime. She let the body fall to the ground and fled the scene. You don't remember seeing him when you left to look for Celeste. He has to be lying. Hmm. That's a very glaring hole there. We know which one. The dining room lights. So let's just double check. McCoy in is outfitted. The arcane powers has been broken for weeks and the light can't be turned on. There we are.
Objection!
You saw my client murdering the victim. And you supposedly saw her casting magic while doing so? Yes, I could never forget such a grisly sight. That moment was burned into my memory. I see. Well, it's funny that you say that. How so? Because your entire testimony, get ready for it, was a complete lie! Perjury. Perjury. My accusation is far from baseless. Prosecutors still win. Take a look at this report. The dining room lights are artificial devices that are powered by an arcane power cell. However, that same arcane power cell was broken during the time of the murder. The dining room lights had no energy, and the room would have been pitch black. The witness couldn't have seen anything, much less a homicide. Come on, you have to seem shocked. Wait, I can explain. There's no need, witness. You could have easily seen another source of light. Perhaps one of the McCoys lit a candle because of the blackout. The witness clearly described the source of blue light. A candle or lantern wouldn't emit a color like that. Then the witness was clearly mistaken. Girl, you're mistaken. The witness records everything he sees in his notebook. He remembers the exact times that each event occurred. So why would he be incorrect about such a clear and obvious detail? In your face! No, what the witness saw was clearly some form of magic, and due to the lack of power, it couldn't have been artificial. It must have been an arcane spell. I must have made an incorrect assumption. Please allow me to revise my testimony. Damn. Gonna tear another hole. It's gonna be a bit tougher this time around. Here we go. Yesterday it was revealed that Flintheart was killed using magic. I must have seen Flintheart's daughter challenging a magic spell. The blue glow that I saw must have been created by Mageblade. Dude, lies over lies over lies. I already know what the glaring hole is. The blue glow. Uh-oh.
Objection!
No, this is not right. Oh, there's no penalty here. The blue glow I saw must have been... Oh, I need to press on this. Channeling a magic spell. Mage Blade. You won't get anywhere unless you can prove he didn't see Mage Blade. Oh dear. Spells. There we are. Spell. This. Okay, for the duration of this spell, the edges of this object becomes unnaturally sharp. It emits a yellow radiant glow. There we are. We needed that yellow color. If you're aware of how Mage Blade works, then you would know that the spell emits a yellow radiant glow, which means the blue glow you saw couldn't have possibly been Mage Blade. If the witness did see a blue magic glow, then he must have witnessed another spell at the scene. The blue light made a large impression on the witness. There's no way you could be mistaken about something like that. Ha! I caught you. So what, did you really see Mr. Rudolph? Did you see my client scene casting a spell that she couldn't possibly cast? Or did you see another mage at the scene? You got him. The defense has no right to accuse the witness like this. Let me remind you that perjury is a crime. Perjury. Perjury. You'll be prosecuted. Oh no, here comes the big character. Garrick Pierce suddenly steps down from the gallery and walks to the witness stand. He's breaking every possible rule in the book, but no one in the room moves to stop him. Pierce meanwhile shoves the still flustered Rudolph off the stand and begins addressing the courtroom. Oh no. Ooh, what pray tell did they discuss? Oh no. This is Lord Garrick Pierce to you, Steelwind. I am the honorable heir to the Pierce noble house. I'm afraid that these misunderstandings are entirely my fault. You see, Rudolph wasn't the one who witnessed the crime that fateful night. It was me. I was the one who witnessed the crime. I had my driver report the body so that I could remain anonymous. It simply wouldn't do for a member of the nobility to appear publicly in court. Is it how he won't face any actual consequences? Yeah, nobility, nobility. I understand that and I'll accept the consequences of that, but I'll be remiss if Rudolph's shoddy testimony allowed that girl to escape her crimes. I will pull you down from your high and mighty throne, Garrick Pierce. Alright, on the night of the murder, I found myself unable to sleep, so I went on a leisurely carriage around Cornhaven. I happened to be passing by the McCoy Tavern when I heard a loud commotion from within the building. Curious, I stopped my carriage and took a single step inside the establishment, then I saw the scene inside. I saw the defendant stabbing that poor man twice with her sword. Oh, he's the other mage that was there that night. There's no doubt about it, he's the only person that could have left a trace of transmutation on the body. He has to be the mage that we're looking for. Alright. I'm guessing it's the twice. Hold on, let me check the autopsy. It doesn't say. Okay, I guess we press. Saw the scene inside. If he was at the tavern entrance, then that would mean he was here. Okay. Be quite dark considering the lights weren't operational, even if my client was using a magic blade. I conjured a blue light to illuminate the scene. The same blue light must have been what my driver saw. Rudolph was so sure that he saw a blue light, it would be strange if he was lying about that. For the duration of this spell, a mode of magical light appears in the caster's hand. For the color of the light is chosen by the caster and can be changed at will for the spell's duration. This mode of light provides illumination up to 15 feet of the caster and no further. Defense will need a stronger reason to requisition the witness's spell compendium. Okay, it's probably... Where's the map? So this is 5 feet, so he's way too far.
Objection!
There we are. Simple math. And you only took a single step into the building. In case I'd like for you to take a look of the map. Gotcha, Mr. Pierce. Of course, I don't know what you wish to achieve by having me repeat that fact. Well, I find it interesting that you illuminated the crime scene from all the way back there, considering the conjure light only illuminates an area within 15 feet. Spell's range is irrelevant. No, it's not. However, Conjure Light doesn't work like a normal source of light, it only provides illumination up to 15 feet of the caster and no further. I got you. I can answer that question for your honor. Lord Pierce did illuminate the scene of the crime. He illuminated it because he was standing right where it happened. Are you trying to say that Lord Pierce was that close to where the murder occurred? How would that be possible? Well, there's only one way this here to make sense. Yeah, delivering the final blow to Garrett Pierce. This is absurd. I could have easily used a different spell to illuminate the room. And which spell would that be? When you relinquish your spell compendium to the court. We get the spell compendium. Formulas for the following spells: Prestidigitation, Conjure Light, Conjure Water, Frost Wave, and Shape Liquid. Wow. Prestidigitation. The caster creates a simple and harmless visual effect around their hand. This effect will last for as long as they maintain concentration on the spell. What does that mean? Conjure Water. It causes water to magically flow out of the caster's hand. This water will flow so long as the caster maintains concentration of the spell. Indefinitely. Anything caught within range is hit with a blast of extremely cold air. Liquids hit will be immediately frozen and organic life will immediately enter stages of hypothermia. While concentrating on this spell, the caster can magically manipulate up to 10 liters of liquid and form it into complex shapes. At any time, the caster can choose to freeze the liquid and solidify its current shape. While frozen, the caster can also choose to make the liquid instantaneously melt. Ooh, but it has a lot to do with how his fingers work. Defense argues that this presents enough reasonable doubt to acquit the defendant. Well, normal case maybe, but it's different for this trial. The public won't accept an unsolved homicide involving magic. That's just how the system works. It's not justice. We're going into another investigation. Oh. I guess we're continuing with the trial. Flint McCoy was murdered using a blade with transmutation spell. I knew it. That's gonna come and bite me in the ass. He doesn't have transmutation. But why is his arcane arts transmutation though? And why is it in my profile? But he doesn't know any transmutation spell that can affect a solid object. How is definitely step by something magical. Non transmutation spell can affect Steel Blade. Yes! No! Where's the objection? We still can't conclude that Lord Pierce couldn't have committed the crime. Ah, so this is where I prove that he used something solid. I didn't know any spell that would travel through a metal blade. He's right, which can only mean one thing. You didn't use a metal blade, did you? If he didn't channel magic through a blade, how could he have possibly committed the crime? We know how he committed the crime. Which spell did Lord Pierce use to commit the murder? This. Damn. It's probably this. While concentrating spell, the caster making will be able to form into complex shapes. There we are. Garrett Pierce knows a seemingly insignificant spell called Shape Liquid. She would only call Black Shape. Oh, that's even sad. He made use of the wine that he bought for his daughter. Ah, to kill him with? My gosh. It's twisted as can be. He's clearly not used to being put in a corner like this. You can see his stress and frustration emanating through the eye of Horus. Oh, I love this. Here we go, the argument. I'll tell you exactly what I have to say, you commoner. I'm not the one on trial here. We're here because that bastard child didn't know her place. She's just a peasant, yet she still learned the arcane art. And look what happened. I saw the murder. I witnessed everything. Was this right? Oh. There we are. We have needed to be 15 feet. He testified the opposite, makes you guilty of committing perjury. When he admitted to committing perjury in the courtroom, his lies haven't gone unnoticed. Perjury? Okay. For your story to be true, you have needed to be within 15 feet of my client. According to your testimony, my client had just finished committing a murder. Wouldn't she have noticed you? If you're that close, then you would have surely been close enough to apprehend her. She was wielding her sword after the murder. Okay, this. The sword was left in the victim's body. Got her flustered. I came in to review the truth and to testify against it. Why do I get this letter from some lowly defense attorney? Perjury? Hey, you were talking about justice, but you committed several acts of perjury to twist the outcome of this trial. You're clearly not acting in good faith. Got him. You don't care about justice, you just want to further your agenda. So admit it, Pierce, you create a makeshift sword using shape liquid and you use it to impale Flintheart. You shoved my client's sword into the wound while the remnants of the real murder weapon evaporated. It was a perfect crime. There we are, the true face is revealed. Has he finally lost his mind? One problem. You shoved Celeste's sword into the wound while the remnants of the real murder weapon evaporated. It was a perfect crime. Because any evidence to support that theory would have been evaporated! Oh, how did I not see that coming? There would be nothing left of the murder weapon. No, how did I not see that coming? Why isn't he saying anything? Is it really hopeless? Any worry she has instantly disappears because she realizes the expression on your face is the same expression you made every time you defeated her. I despise people like you. You twist the system to serve your own ends. You trample on the lives of innocent people. But as long as I'm here, I will never let that happen again.
Naught can remain concealed.
Ooh. The Eye of Horus? At the same time, you feel an extreme sense of clarity, as if you can see more than you could before. Once again, you see Pierce's thoughts through the Eye of Horus, but the sensation feels different from how it usually is. It's more intense and potent this time. It's almost as if you can do more than just read his surface level thoughts. With an activated and powered eye with it, you'll be able to do more than see the witness thoughts. You'll also be able to affect what they think about. Project items into Pierce's mind to evoke thoughts from him. You want to project items that make him think about the murder. Evoking the right thoughts will raise your insight. Once the insight gauge is filled, you have everything you need to implicate him. Alright, Oh wow. Okay. This. Mm, this. Maybe project something if you project pieces of evidence related to the murder. Okay. I'm not doing so well at this picture. I already did that. If only I could have used Frostwave, things would have been much cleaner, but using such an obvious spell would be akin to admitting that I'd done it. There wasn't any eyes at the crime, you doubt that he used Frostwave during the murder, you should try something else. So, this. After all the trouble I went to, I can't believe that lawyer figured out the spell I used. Well, no matter, it's not as if there's any evidence to prove that I used it. I'm lucky that old fool had that bottle of water with him. Just that one? I thought there was more inside. We gotcha. If they used shape liquid on a body of water, the murder weapon would have evaporated entirely. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. What if you didn't use shape liquid on a body of water? What if it was another type of liquid? Shape liquid doesn't just work on water, it works on all kinds of liquids. This shattered bottle contained the liquid that you cast your spell on, didn't it? Pierce, I found this shattered bottle on the ground near the victim's body. I wonder what caused it to shatter. You must have decided to use any liquid you could find. Luckily for you, the victim was holding the perfect quantity of liquid in his hands. I wonder, Lord Pierce, if we had someone analyze the broken pieces of this bottle, would we find traces of transmutation magic? Gotcha. So what if there are traces of magic on the shattered bottle? You still don't have a murder weapon. You see, the liquid contained in this bottle wasn't water, it was soda. I thought Lotus water was a wine. It was a wine. It's soda? Oh, it makes sense, she's 19. A blade of ice made of water would have evaporated entirely, but a blade of ice made of soda water would leave a puddle of dried residue. I wondered why there was such a circular trace of magic under the body. If we check the outline of that trace, I bet we find a dried puddle of soda residue that would prove that you used the magic on that soda. And that's checkmate. The outline of the dried soda lines up exactly with the outline of the trace of transmutation magic. There's no doubt about it, someone used magic on that soda. And what do you have to say for yourself, Pierce? Do you honestly think you can indict me? I'm an aristocrat from the highest echelons of our society. That fool of a man was an insurgent. He was a threat to society, and I did my civic duty by removing him.
Objection!
Please escort the witness to a holding cell. First-degree murder is punishable by execution, Lord Pierce. I suggest you remain silent, lest you incriminate yourself further. Shut your insidious mouth. Got him, we got him. Take him away. Against a noble, it must have caused quite a stir. Timora! Timora? Whatever. If he had used water, we would have done before. That's not exactly true, but with Celestia, you can't tell her about your nobility. Though I wouldn't expect any less from the Hound of the Eye Taker. That's her name, Hound of the Eye Taker. must admit, I was hoping to test my blade against you directly. However, your protege proved to be a worthy adversary. Our system operates by having two powers of opposition. When those powers are balanced, justice prevails. Make no mistake, your victory today was just our system working as intended. I know. In any case, it looks like we'll be facing each other more frequently in the future. I look forward to doing battle with you again, Tyrion Cuthbert. But they let anyone in if they have enough gold? Just how much money does Mr. Moore make? Yeah. And so began my journey into the world of law and magic. Our justice system is rotten to its core, and I'll have many trials ahead. Regardless, I'll keep fighting on and get justice for every one of my clients. Completed. That did take a while, considering that it's kind of story-based, but wow. Oh, some mysterious figure. I can't wait for the day when I can see his eyes draped in agony. That's what his eye is. It's probably a curse? A gift and a curse. Alright, anyways, so we have finished episode 1 of Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. Thank you for joining me today. We will continue on with the next episode, probably tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of the day, be it night or day. Have a great afternoon, have a great evening, and have a great night. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.